Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Celebrate TV Live. I'm your host, Peter Lee. With me today, as always, is the guy who makes this all happen. He's a director, producer, camera guy, makeup artist, you name it, he does it. It's my husband, Bill Hortimer.
And good afternoon from a semi-cold southern New Jersey. It's 36 degrees. Good morning, good evening to any of our people on Team Replay. And we're going to be celebrating.
Yes, I'm opening today a bottle of one of our favorite sparkling wines from Sparkling Point out on Long Island. This is the Topaz Imperial. It's a rosé sparkling. Would you like to tell them why and what we're celebrating?
Yeah, hold on one second and I will do that.
Okay.
So let's put me on split here. So yes, we have had 3 major milestones to our channel happen all within about 2 days of each other. And we're really proud of it. So December was our best month ever, where we had 103,116 views. And on January 1st, on New Year's Day, we turned 13,000 subscribers.
Like moments after midnight.
Moments after midnight. And then this just happened about an hour ago. We hit 2,200,000 views. So thank you to all of you, because we couldn't do it without you.
So here we are. Yeah, I do like a nice pink champagne. Pink bubbles.
Are we going to make Kelly and Paul jealous?
Well, no, because I've matched the pink velveteen lounge with the...
There you go.
Anyway, cheers.
Took us 7 years to get to 1 million, and it only took us 6 months to get to 22 million. So, yay us. As much as I'm not a fan of rosé, this is good.
Yeah. A little sweeter than we normally drink, but very, very good. Okay. Anything else, dear? Or can I get started?
Give me a second. Yeah, so we've got a couple things coming up here. Our son, Kevin, the graphics artist, has been working on lots of new stuff for us. Our new YouTube banner went up yesterday. Our new Facebook banner should go up today. And we already have in place our new live stream graphics, which you'll see for next week.
Yeah, we've been quite busy.
Yeah, it's been good. We're starting a new season with a fresh look.
Huh? Okay.
Ben's got it right.
I don't think Kelly and Paul will be jealous of others enjoying some bubbles. No, unless they probably wish they were here enjoying them with us, but I'm sure they have their own bubbles. Aha! I knew it. Okay, so may I get started now?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. So today it's all about heat, seasoning, and why your food tastes off. Now, have you ever made something? I know I have, and you're like, it's okay. It's not great, but it's meh. Or sometimes maybe you've said, it's missing something, and I can't quite figure out what it is. We've all done that. Maybe you've burned something, maybe you've undercooked something, or maybe it's just bland. Everyone has done it. Even all of my chef friends will admit that they've done that too. But there are tricks and things you can do to fix all these things. It's not about talent, it's about habits and techniques you can learn. Right?
Yep.
I know. Phil looked up at me like, what? What are you saying?
Well, I'm still pushing buttons over here.
Well, I'm reading from the script that you wrote me, dear, so... Or that chat AI or something wrote. Anyway, one of the biggest problems that people have is heat. They either cook things like with one match under it, so it's way, way too low, or it's too high. Now, you hear a lot of chefs on TV, the TV chefs saying most home cooks don't use high enough heat, which is kind of true. But that doesn't mean that you have to have your burners on full blast all the time. So really a good place to do is medium, high heat when you're cooking. Unless it really calls for low heat. But generally, medium medium-high does most of your cooking for you. High heat is great for searing or boiling. You know, you want to get that pasta water boiling as quickly as you can. But low heat does not necessarily mean safe for cooking. It just means lower heat. But there are times when you do use lower heat.
And so today, with cooking, we're going to talk about all the problems with heat and all the problems with seasoning, but we're going to do it all in one dish.
Yep. So I'm going to get this lovely cast iron Dutch oven heating. And here's what a lot of people do. They crank the heat up to try and rush the preheat of the pan. You don't want to do that. Medium, maybe medium-high, but you don't want to heat it too fast. Why? You're not going to get an even, consistent heat. And if it gets too hot too fast, when you add things to it, they're going to burn. How do I know when it's the perfect temperature? You see, I keep putting my hand over it. When I can't really touch the bottom or when I can feel the heat and not hold my hand over it, it's there.
So let's take a quick poll in chat. So part of the title is Why Does Food Taste Bad? And we're all there. We've all burnt food or we've made bland food. What do you do the most? Do you overcook and burn the food? Or do you just, it's meh?
Or just meh.
Meh.
I'm lucky because when I can't figure things out, I'll go to him. And he'll usually it needs more of this or it needs more of that. And we're going to talk about some of those things you can add to boost the flavor.
So where he's the best at combining ingredients to make a recipe, I'm the best at what the missing flavor is or what the missing acid is. Mm-hmm. And yes, we happen to have a little obsession with cast iron and Dutch ovens. We happen to have 8 of them now. 2, we have 8 Dutch ovens.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9.
Yeah. And probably 20 pieces of cast iron.
They come in all these beautiful colors. And every year there's a new color. Like this was the new color a couple years ago. I had to have it. Yes, I have a purple one.
So there we go.
Overcook my chicken and then it's dry.
And then we're going to save that one for next week.
Yep. So another way, this is where I wish I had one of those little laser thermometers like Alton Brown uses. You could just use one of those little heat laser things and get the temperature. But if you don't have that, and most people don't, you kind of have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Because we need more gadgets.
They're tools, dear. They're not gadgets.
They're gadgets.
No, a gadget is a special knife to slice an avocado. I trust recipes that look off and then end up having to fix them later. Yeah. All right, this is getting hot. It feels good on my hand. We're about there. I'm going to go ahead and add some oil to the pan. I don't want to add it too late, but I want it to heat up with the pan. If the pan were too hot, I'd pour the oil in and it would scorch right away. But this way, it goes into the hot pan and it warms up. Considering I'm sure Doug, Arnie, and Meg can make food me anytime I'm around them, I don't know if I have to be concerned about food not flavored correctly. Well, there you go. You're pretty lucky. So, one mistake that people make with heating a pan, they don't let it get hot enough. So, a cold pan, your food is going to stick. If it's a hot pan, things will cook and sear naturally. If it's too hot, they're going to scorch. But don't rush this. And like I said, the rule really, 99% of the time, start your pan warming, then add your oil or fat to it. Now this is starting to shimmer. I can smell it. I think we're going to add some things to it. We're going to be making, well, a vegetable beef soup, stew thing concoction that I'm making up on the fly. I have here some beef chuck, some stew meat, and I'm going to hit it with a little salt. I probably could have done this earlier, but I didn't. I'm not going to add pepper at this point. Now I'm going to start searing this, browning it. What's the first trick? Don't overcrowd your pan. That's going to make it steam and not brown. So we're going to be gently put the cubes in, a few at a time. And that's what you want to hear. That great sizzle. Yeah, we may have to open the window, dear. I know it's 20 out, but this might get smoky.
Maybe it couldn't be really that. That's so loud.
Yep.
Covered up the fan.
Yeah. All right, so that's about all I'm putting in right now. We're going to do this in batches.
All right, window's open.
Right. Now, first thing I did was I'm looking and they don't want to release. That's okay. Don't panic. Don't force it. Give it another minute or two. They'll release when they're ready. And that's a mistake that a lot of people make is they, especially cooking something delicate like fish, they'll go in and go, oh, and then it tears and it sticks to the bottom and burns and then everyone's unhappy. Patience. All right, there's one already releasing. I used to not be a big fan of soup, so I got older, I've become a huge proponent of good soup. Yeah, I am too, and of course, it's soup season right now. Now, can you zoom in on this, dear? That's what you want for browning, not just gray. You want that dark mahogany on there.
And remember, gray food is a cry for help.
Yeah, it really
It should never be gray. It should either be crusted or it should be rare.
Yep. There we go. Can you wait too long and have this burn to the bottom? You can. If you walk away or start looking on your phone at Facebook or something. But really, you shouldn't have to. All right, while these go on the other side, I'm going to keep going. So I talked about not overcrowding the pan. That's really critical. A lot of people would just push all this in, and then it'll steam, and it gets that icky liquid in there, and then you get gray, boring food. And this is all releasing already. Very good. A couple of little pieces of fond in there.
Ben says, great food. It's just like a bowl of farina.
Yeah. Now we're not cooking this through. And there are a few pieces where it's stuck on, but that's okay. That will come out later, and it's going to add flavor. So we're going to keep going with this. Again, not overcrowding. And, you know, you may have to adjust the heat here and there because you're putting this meat I had out for about a half an hour to come up to room temperature. But if it were colder, it's going to bring the temperature of the pan down. But this is pretty good. Now here's the great thing. I have to use the camera. Put that back, please. I can't see into the pan without the camera there.
We'll pull it back and move the camera later.
That's all right, dear. All right. Now you may be thinking, this takes so long, but I'm going to keep preaching it. Patience. What are we doing here? We're developing flavor. All this browns meat. A lot of people think, well, you're searing it and that's going to lock in the moisture. Yeah, no, but it's going to add a layer of flavor. Otherwise, when we put all the rest of the ingredients in and the liquid, you're just going to have boiled beef, and that's not so good.
So let's just recap the heating portion of this. Heat isn't just high or low. Medium heat does most of your cooking.
Yep.
You're going to use high heat for searing and boiling. Low heat does not necessarily mean safer cooking. A cold pan is sticking. A hot pan, food releases naturally, and don't rush the preheat. Too much food is steam, not brown, and cook in batches if needed. So there's all the heat ones.
Again, that lovely mahogany on there. And all that great fond. Yes, exactly. That's what all this stuff in the bottom of the pan is called. It's called fond. And it's flavor. If you were to, when this is done, let it cool and scrape this out and taste it, it would taste like super concentrated beef. So imagine what that will do for your gravy or your soup. Stews take a bit to melt together. Usually good stews take it there. To finally homogenize to one dish as some of the tones are usually sharp in the first bite of it, if it's been cooked. Well, yeah, that's true or not. Soups and stews very often are better the next day. But not always. You can make a stew. You could start early in the morning and have a delicious stew that just sits there and simmer, or if you do it in the oven, low and slow. That's a case where low heat would be good. There we go. Okay. Oops. Move this out of the way.
And don't worry, just because we're drinking champagne does not mean there won't be a cocktail coming up.
Oh no. Don't spoil the surprise, dear.
Well, it only took 11 tries to get it right for today.
Well, you know, practice makes perfect.
If any of you are watching our Facebook group, you see the picture we posted last night of the sink with all of the tins and the 9 different glasses of our test drink. You would think we're alcoholics.
And then we did a couple more tests this afternoon. And I'm still not convinced it's all the way there, so we're going to have to keep trying, but it will be a good start for today. Okay, last batch in. Now I'm doing just like my mom did. I'm using the pot lid to put the beef in. While this finishes up, let's go on, talk about seasoning. Now, I salted this. I could have done it a little earlier, but I didn't want the salt to start pulling the water out too soon. Because that's what would happen. If you season it too soon, it's going to pull the water out, and then you have to give it more time for the meat to pull the water back in through osmosis. But this, salt on it, quick sear. You want to salt in the beginning. You want to salt at every layer. And that's a mistake that a lot of home cooks make. They don't salt early enough, and they don't season and taste throughout the process. This.
And that goes along with the people that say, well, you know, I don't add salt, or when I add salt at the end, it just makes it taste salty. That's right. And that's because it's had no time to absorb into the food because salt is a flavor enhancer. You're just tasting the salt. If you're doing it correctly, no one should need to have to add salt.
Right. Now,
short of French fries.
What I said earlier about the pan is super hot now, it's nice and hot, and this is not only going faster, but it's not sticking at all. All right. It's not quite ready. So let's talk more about seasoning. So yeah, what Phil said about you shouldn't have salt and pepper on the table. You shouldn't eat it. I usually have it for my guests, though sometimes I cringe when people start salting
Before they even tasted it.
One of my older brothers was famous for that. He used to drive my mother up a wall. Okay. I'm going to turn this just off for a couple minutes while we talk about the next things. So yeah, salt. It doesn't make it saltier. It helps the food taste like itself. Salt is going to draw the water out of things, which intensifies their natural flavors. Some things like a rib roast, like you maybe made at Christmas time, you would want to salt way ahead of time, like 2-3 days, put it in the fridge uncovered. And then what happens? All that salt pulls the water out, and then the cold air in the fridge circulating helps it dry, and the water gets sucked back in, and it takes the salt with it, so it helps season on the inside out. But something like this, you don't want to give it that time. You could, I suppose, but if you're doing this like I am, just salt it and hit the heat.
So let's take a little quick chat poll. Are you a salter as you go along, or do you salt at the end?
Yeah. Now, I'm looking at this pot. It looks good. There's lots of fond in there. I need to add just a tiny bit more oil. This is pretty lean, this beef. Not too much. And again, I'm on medium heat-ish. There we go. It's nice and hot. So let's start building our stew or soup, wherever it is. I rarely add salt to anything except steamed broccoli. Well, but if you do it while you're cooking, you will actually end up using less salt than if you add it at the table. And we need salt in our diets. I saw early on taste as I go, exactly, and that's what we should do. All right, I have here, yep, good, Janet. Don and I always season food as we go. I will usually add salt to an over easy egg. All right, so this is smoking a bit. I have here onion, celery, and carrot chopped up. You know what this is called? Hi, Paulie. Mirepoix. Good base for sauces, soups, stews, etc. I'm going to give this a stir, get it coated in that oil, and then guess what I'm going to do? We're going to add some salt. But see, I'm not really adding a lot. Some of you out there might be thinking, oh my God, that's so much. But really, it isn't. Because these vegetables are full of water.
And again, this is why I just said we only typically salt at the table French fries. Because it depends, if you're deep frying, you're going to add it at the end.
But even with deep frying, though, sometimes you may want to season what you're deep frying before. Like when I do, say, chicken, if I deep fry chicken, I'm going to season the chicken itself before I coat it in whatever coating it's going to get. So why don't I let these go for a minute or two and start to soften. Same heat, medium. Let's move this out of the way. This looks good just as it is.
I missed it.
What did you miss?
The drink was in my hand while you were moving it, so I didn't get it.
That's all right. That's okay. Mirepoix is a classic French flavor based with diced onions, carrots, and celery, typically cooked slowly in fat like butter or oil to sweeten them without browning. Exactly. Classic combination. I'm going to add some garlic. I have 4 cloves, just that's how much I felt like adding. And we're going to give it a rough chop. Because this is going to simmer for a while and it's going to just dissolve anyway. So I could have done this with a garlic press or on my rasp, but you know, why not just slice and dice? And this is something you don't want to add too early. here we go. Now you probably are thinking that I'm going to do this. Nope. If you've watched, you should know better. Now we'll use this. Right in. Give a little stir. I'm going to let this go until it becomes fragrant, which, oh, it's starting to now. It's also a good time where I'm going to add some pepper. Are you cold?
I'm not in danger of smoking anymore.
All right. Okay.
It's getting cold down here.
Okay, I don't think so, but if you're cold, dear.
I'm old. I'm cold.
You're just silly. Now, someone yelled at me not too long ago, one of the keyboard warriors, because I added pepper to something and then I was cooking. I think it was a steak or something. And they said, oh, the pepper's going to sear. It's going to get bitter. Not really. What? My classic flavor bases include peanut butter, jelly, and macaroni and cheese.
All right.
That's all right then.
While that cooks away, let's do a new commercial.
Oh, all right.
And this is how you can help Let's Celebrate TV without spending any more money.
If you'd like to support Let's Celebrate TV and you use Amazon regularly, try this. Before you shop on Amazon, go to amazon.letscelebrate.tv. It's our Amazon store, filled with products we actually use every day. In some cases, you may even find better prices or special discounts because many Amazon sales are only available through affiliates. And here's the best part. Even if you don't buy anything from our shop, any Amazon purchase you make within 24 hours helps support the channel. So buy that tool, find a new gadget, or reorder your favorite products, and we might receive a small commission that goes directly to supporting the channel. Same Amazon, same price, and sometimes even better. One simple click helps keep the celebration going.
Here we are. I'm not going to drink this. I'd like to. It's just a glass of wine. But this leads me into the next way to flavor things, and that is with acid. I've got plenty of salt in here. I've got plenty of salt in here, so far as I know. But one way to get another boost of flavor, instead of adding more salt, is adding acid. So you can get that through wine, vinegar, hot sauce, mustard, citrus, lemon, or limes, or even orange. Now, a lot of times people add that at the end. In this case, I'm adding the wine now because I want to deglaze the pan. I've got all this fond over here and around it. So, in we go. And we're going to give it a stir and scrape up as much as we can of all that flavor. This is also going to help these vegetables start to soften.
And it'll cook out the alcohol taste.
Right. We're going to let it go for a couple minutes to let it reduce and cook off the alcohol.
And yes, Em, if you can still continue to purchase from Amazon, but go to our store first, that would help the channel. Now, moment of clarity here, it's 1%. That's all we get. So you buy something for $100, we get $1. But you know what? If enough people do that, it makes a difference. We already get some now, but it doesn't cost you any more. And because Amazon does sales that are only available to affiliates, a lot of times, if you're going to buy something, check it your way, but then check it after you come to us. You might find there's a coupon available or a free shipping or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. I gotta move. All right. I'm going to add some more flavors, some herbage. Now, I love fresh herbs and I love dried herbs for two different reasons. Fresh herbs like parsley, cilantro, they're great to add at the end of things, but some of the woodier ones like rosemary, a fresh rosemary, you're going to get more flavor, I feel, than the dried. So I have a sprig of rosemary. I'm going to pop this in with this wine and everything. But then for dried, I'm going to add a bay leaf. I always keep these around. And you probably think, what do they do? They add a really nice flavor. Back to me. Thank you. When you smell them, they are sweet, herbaceous, a little woody, and it's one of those flavors that you miss if it's not there. And I'm going to add some herbs de Provence. You could use just thyme. This is a mixture of thyme and oregano and lavender and all kinds of things. So I'm just going to add in a little bit. This is ground up finely, so it's just going to kind of dissolve and disappear in the soup or stew or whatever this turns out to be. Let's give that a stir. This is reduced down, so I think we can go ahead and add some more ingredients to it. And we're going to start with all that meat that we browned right back in. See if I can do this daintily.
Yeah, this is going to be closer to a stew than a soup, but that's okay.
Well, we'll see, because I haven't added the liquid yet.
And it's going to be our dinner.
Some people would have floured the beef before they seared it to help it brown. But I didn't want to do that in this case, because a lot of times that flour can burn very easily. And I want it to be more soupier and brothy, and that flour would kind of thicken it a little bit. And that's not bad. It's not a bad thing, but it's not what I want today. All right. Now, clutch your pearls, everyone. I'm using box stock today. No one had any time to be making beef stock from scratch. So I'm using one that I like. I'm going to put this whole container in. This is 32 ounces or 907. Well, this says 907 grams. I don't know how many mils this would be off the top of my head. All right, we're going to start.
More importantly, it's low sodium stock.
Well, this one is not. But
okay.
Because this has a darker flavor, and I know the sodium level of this, so I'm okay with it. I have others if I need that are lower sodium. Beef bourguignon or whatever that French dish name is from Julie Child, a whole bottle of red wine. Well, that is a classic French dish, beef bourguignon. My French is terrible. But she is the one who made it famous here in America. All right, let's give this a stir. And we're going to keep adding ingredients. And we're going to start with some potatoes. Let's clear the decks. I have just 3 red potatoes, and I'm going to dice them up. Not too big, but not too small. I don't want them to take 17 hours to cook, because we're only an hour-ish cooking show. So, and this is a case where you don't have to have the best knife skills, but try and get them all around the same size. I thought about buying those little mini baby potatoes, but I thought they might be a little too small. Plus, a 5-pound bag of red potatoes was actually cheaper than buying the little tiny bags of baby potatoes, and well, we're on a budget this week. So here's the thing, if I have salted it, these vegetables going in are going to release their liquid, and they're going to dilute that salt down. So I'm really okay with whatever the salt level is now. And there are other ways to take care of if we've oversalted. And we'll talk about that. How's chat going, dear?
It's going.
All right.
So keep in mind here that a lot of this is a mindset, and it's a habit, not necessarily a skill.
Mm-hmm. We have friends. is a husband and wife duo. Husband had a teeny tiny stroke. What do they call them? A TIA. Mm-hmm. And so his wife, who was an excellent cook and baker, panicked and stopped adding salt to all of her savory cooking. She used them in her baking, but her food was so different the next time. Like prior to that, she's an Italian woman, Italian cook, incredible. After that, flat. Like, she wouldn't even have it, like she wouldn't put it on the table or anything. It's like, wow. And for me to say, this really needs salt. Yeah. And it's also one of those things like, well, maybe if he didn't smoke 3 packs a day, he might not have. But anyway, there are ways if you've oversalted. Sometimes I think maybe it's better to oversalt than undersalt. All right, in these are gonna go. There is an old wives' tale where people say, oh, if you've oversalted it, throw in a potato. It's not gonna absorb the salt any more than anything else. It will help because the potatoes are loaded with water. And that's what's really going to dilute that salt down. Potatoes in. I have frozen peas and corn, about a cup each. And yeah, it's okay that these are still frozen. Right in. I have some more to add, but I'm going to wait a little while. All right, so let's stir this in. What I am going to do now is I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit to help bring this up to a boil, because I threw in the cold potatoes and the frozen vegetables and it brought the temperature right down. So we're going to bring this up to a boil and then reduce down to a simmer.
BTB?
RTS.
RTS.
And I'm going to cover it, which will help that happen. Okay, so what else could you flavor this with? Well, you know, it's a soup, a stew. You can add whatever you want to it. There are a lot of other ways to get flavor besides just plain salt and pepper. And I may use some of this. Two of my favorite things are soy sauce and Worcester sauce. These add not only salt, but a more complex flavor. Especially the soy sauce, it's caramelized, it's a deep flavor. This has a sweetness, a spiciness, but a lot of salt. So these are two ways too to add in some extra flavor.
All right, so can you explain when you would use dry herbs versus when you would use fresh herbs?
Sure, I thought I touched on that earlier, but I use them both. So dry herbs I would use in something like this, something that's going to sit and cook and simmer, and it'll help them release their flavors. Fresh herbs, rosemary is nice and woody. It can stand up to sitting in here and simmering away for a long time. But something delicate like parsley or cilantro, basil, I would add at the end, like fresh basil. Dried basil, I would add it now. Does that explain it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
My mom does salt and everything and eats candy bars for her dinner. I'm not going to say her health is great, but she's 86, so I'm not sure leaving salt out is the answer. Well, yeah, and you know what? If I reach 86 and I want candy bar for dinner, I'm going to have.
Okay, this sounds familiar.
Biggest fan peas, but I'll eat them. My brother-in-law would serve them at every dinner as they're his favorite vegetable.
We know a couple that has carrots on every single meal.
Yeah, like they have one menu.
One menu.
Yeah. And it always has carrots.
Get ready to sprinkle some extra fun into your viewing experience, because we're thrilled to announce the launch of Let's Celebrate TV YouTube channel memberships. This is an amazing way for you to show your support for the channel and help us continue creating all the delicious content you love. First up, we have the Spice Rack for just $3.99 a month. This level adds a dash of excitement with exclusive loyalty badges and emojis. priority reply to your comments, early access to new videos before anyone else sees them, behind-the-scenes photos and status updates, and members-only polls where your voice helps shape our content. Next, let's stock up with the pantry staples at $6.99 a month. This tier includes all the perks from the Spice Rack, plus exclusive members-only shorts, special member shout-outs in our live streams, a direct personal email to the hosts for a more intimate connection, discounted merchandise so you can show off your Let's Celebrate TV pride for less. And for those who want to truly get in the kitchen with us, we present the Sous Chef for $14.99 a month. This premium level includes every perk from the previous tiers and adds special members-only videos, quarterly Zoom meet and greet socials. Imagine hanging out with us face-to-face, a personalized birthday video to make your special day even brighter, and the exciting opportunity for recipe and video ideas collaboration help us decide what to whip up next. Joining is easy. Just click the Join button right below this video to explore all the details and become a member today. So, what are you waiting for? Come join our inner circle and let's celebrate together even more.
Here we are. We're back. Let's check our soup, whatever it is. All right, this has come to the boil. Give it a stir. And we'll lower this back down to medium. Medium low even. So you're probably wondering, like Pete all day you've been saying, medium heat, medium heat. When do I use low? You use low to simmer something. You use low if something needs a low, slow cook. Like say you're making coq au vin. That takes a low and slow cook. Or beef bourguignon. You really want that beef to braise, and that's when you use low heat. Or a lot of times on non-stick pans, they want lower, medium heat. Anyway, I have some stuff here. We're gonna mix a cocktail. Are you ready for a cocktail, dear?
Duh.
All right. So you want to tell them about the name?
So, hold on. Let's split screen here. No, you know the story of the original name better. So.
Okay, so this cocktail, there I am. Okay, so this cocktail is inspired by a cocktail called Between the Sheets. That cocktail was inspired by a sidecar. So, sidecar, Between the Sheets, and whatever the heck this is called. So we have two choices for names. And they are the Golden Accord or the Left Bank. Starts with, this recipe is for one drink. I'm going to make two. So I'm going to start with 3 ounces of cognac. 90 mils. And here's a fun fact. We got this bottle of cognac from our son for Christmas. And we actually got it New Year's Eve because that's when we did Christmas with them. So
that tells you how many versions we've tested.
And it's really, really good. 3 ounces of cognac. 1 ounce of dark rum. So look, Velveteen, look, I'm using it. I know I've been saying this isn't my favorite, but I found a use for it. Just 1 ounce. 30 mils.
And please note that we have our logos for PTV and Velveteen Lounge, who we'll talk about later, who also do cocktails on their show.
Excuse me. And 1 ounce, actually 2 ounces, 60 mils of triple sec. Yes, that's funny. That's good, Ben.
That's good. You need to save these jokes up for our Zoom session.
Really? All right. Triple sec. Make 2 drinks, 2 ounces, or 60 mils. Now, we've tried this with Grand Gala, Grand Marnier, and triple sec.
Cointreau.
And no, we haven't tried it with Cointreau yet.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have any. But so far, we're liking the triple sec. So, 2 ounces, 60 mils.
And the reason behind that is Grand Marnier and Grand Gala and Cointreau already have cognac and brandy in it, so it tends to fight with this.
Doesn't Cointreau have rum in it?
No.
Are you sure? All right. But one of them had rum. We also tried adding lemon juice and simple syrup, and it just muddied the water. So we're sticking with this. I'm going to give it a good shake. I'm going to turn this down a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Make it rain up high. Okay. I have some very fun glasses with their little creepy face on them. These are called Celebration. Yes. Anyway, a friend gave them to us many years ago. We don't use them very often. I'm going to double strain this because we're trying to be sophisticated and refined. And who wants ice crystals muddying up their drink? Pretty color. Kind of a golden color, which is why we said golden accord. And we're going to garnish with an orange peel. Now you could flame this. I didn't want to bother with that. Okay, let's try it. Clink.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
So this last iteration, we lowered the rum and we dropped the binder, which was simple syrup. This is good.
It is. It's...
Okay, this is version 11. I think it's the best.
Something like that. So what does this taste like? Well, it's orange, but that's not the first thing you get. The cognac and the rum are really supporting that orange flavor, and the orange is kind of bringing it all together. So you're getting this complex, what else would you say, woodsy? Maybe a little smoky with it. But the dark rum and the cognac really bring a lot of flavor to it. Yes, dear. Motor oil.
All right, while you do that, let me talk about our other channels. Our channel friends who also do cocktails. Monday, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific is Pepper Tree Villa. They do lots of stuff. They do cocktails. They do crafts by Sherry. They do cooking. They did an amazing Christmas cookie cookbook. Matter of fact, I'll show that a little bit later. And they review Hallmark movies. They can be...
If they don't like it, they're brutal.
If they don't like it, they're going to be honest and be brutal. And when they like it, they do like it. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. This is a 2-hour cocktail show with a theme. It's Velveteen Lounge, Kelly and Paul. And these are our friends. Go check them out. And I will drop their links in chat.
Okay. I just checked the stoop, whatever it is. Let's check it again. But I want to see how are my vegetables doing. It looks good. Very dark. All right, these are starting to get tender. How about the carrots?
And we always talk about taste for seasoning.
I will. One moment, mon petit. I'm going to add one more ingredient because this is only a few minutes away, really. The potatoes and carrots might need a little more, but I don't mind a little bite to my vegetables. I'm going to add some fresh green beans. Maybe 8 ounces, half of a pack. And I just randomly snapped them into pieces. I didn't want little delicate, I like a chunky. My vegetables I want to know I'm eating a green bean. Let me give this a stir in. Again, these will release some water and flavor. But Phil's right. Let's give this a taste. Wait, no.
This should be fun for tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. So, was it Janet who just said it looks delicious?
Yes.
So, Janet, here's a fun thing. What I did today, I went through all of our YouTube cooking channels that we subscribe to and got all of these soup ideas, including some variations on, vegetable beef soup, which is kind of what this is. And it was kind of amazing the different ways. So now I'm questioning, like, this is just the way I've always made it, but maybe I need to try some of these others. This was going to be our episode this week, but I'm starting to doubt it now. Let's get a little taste. Okay, this is good, but it's missing something. It's beefy, a little flat. Let's add a little bit of Worcester. I think the salt level is fine, but this is going to add some spice that will also balance out the salt.
Did the wine give enough acid, or do we need something else?
I think this will add it too. I don't know. That much looks good. Would you like to come and taste it? It's really not ready. It needs to simmer a little longer.
So
But
let's simmer that.
well,
And while that simmers, let's go see what's happening with our friends and our other channels.
and we're back. So, let's talk about a mindset. I think a lot of people have a fear of salt, a fear of heat. You're afraid of messing up. That's one of the most common things I hear. I can't make that, I'll mess it up. I can't do it. You know, it's soup. Everyone can make soup. Come on. You may not be able to make a French crepe or fancy fluffy mousse, but you can make soup. And you can make those other things too. But here's the most important thing. Recipes don't taste food, people taste food. And you need to taste as you cook. You see the chefs on TV all the time. If you watch any of the cooking competitions, they'll say, "Did you taste your food?" "No, chef." Right, because it's lacking salt or heat or whatever. So yeah, taste as you go. I don't mean have a whole bowl of it. I mean a little taste. Because confidence makes better food than precision. That's why you rarely see me saying, add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. No, it's going to vary each time. What do you got, dear?
Nothing at the moment.
Nothing? Nothing at the moment?
Nope.
All right. Well, let's give this a taste. You might want to come over.
Hold on.
It's going to be a while because the vegetables aren't quite
We got some time.
But it looks nice.
Let's check in with the map to see how people are doing.
Oh, yeah.
So we had at our peak here 25 viewers. We're down to 12.
Aw, that makes me sad.
But we only have 9 likes. They don't like us.
That really makes me sad. All right, you see, like I have multiple spoons for tasting. I got a stack of spoons. Do you want to come in this to taste? Because you are much better. You're going to taste this and go, oh, it needs blah, blah, blah. I'm going to think this tastes really good. But
Yeah, I'm good at the missing.
yeah, you may. I think it might need more pepper, but it's nice.
I could see a hair more salt, but it needs a lot of pepper. Let me check,
right, then.
let me
Let's use
check
the salt.
myself.
So, because those vegetables are releasing their water, so it's all diluted. So this is a good time to add some
what it
soy
is.
sauce. And this is, I love this low sodium soy sauce. I could drink this right from the bottle. It's so good. It's not salt forward. It's caramely, it's dark and rich. But it's a great way to flavor something like this. Doesn't need more wine or anything.
No.
No.
You can taste the wine.
Okay, it'd be funny if you brought the faucet wine. Yeah, here's some more, yeah. And we'll do a lot of pepper. You know what? This is a case where maybe finely ground pepper, because this is going to be a lot stronger than what I get out of my little pepper grinder.
Oops. Come on.
You wrong button.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I got wrong buttonitis today.
I know.
I'm out of practice.
Yes, you are. That's okay. All right, let's see where... Oh, potatoes are done. Carrots are done. Yep, slightly al dente. I'm going to pull that rosemary because I'm sure by now it's given up. It's done its job.
And a stray bay leaf.
Oh yeah, the bay leaf, you are right. Where is the bay leaf? It was
Let's go fishing.
top. Well, that can stay in there. If it comes up, we know we're not going to eat it. Yeah, because now it's going to like not surface. So I'm going to dish some of this up and give a little taste.
When Peter says he can drink it out of the bottle, he's not kidding.
It's so good. Yeah. Yeah, I really, really like it. All right, which side of my dish is on this week? My husband did some reorganizing for me. But he's doing the same thing. Oh, where's this now? Where did I put it?
I'm making more space so you can buy more stuff.
Well, yeah. Okay. This will probably be our dinner tomorrow night, dear.
Yeah, we'll let it set.
Yeah, but it should be pretty good right now. But there's one more thing I want to add that I must always add to my vegetable beef soup or stew. That is, where is it? Here it is, behind the champagne. Horseradish. A great way to give a lift, some heat, brightness,
Some acid.
some more acid. Now let's taste this again since we added extra salt and pepper with the soy sauce. That's really good there. And it will be even better, someone said, tomorrow.
Yep.
But right now, in the here and now, could you put the horseradish into the soup as it cooks? Yes, but I prefer to do it at the end. This is one of those things.
Sort of like fresh. It works
Right.
better at the end.
Let's mix it in. Mixy, mixy. Yeah, beef needs a little more tenderizing, but it should be okay.
Well, we'll just leave it on and we'll have another tonight.
Wow. That's pretty good. Which also proves you can throw the soup together in less than an hour. Granted, it's better if you make your own stock and all that, but the reality is, how many of us really have time for that?
Oh, here we go. I just noticed this.
Oh, that's great, Janet. That's excellent. Yeah, we had a lot of shortbread sitting around the house. Our son brought some. I had made several, and yeah.
And I actually found on eBay a heart-shaped heartstone.
Yeah.
And you can't get heartstone anymore, but it's classic ceramic. So I bought it.
Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, so I'll make it for that. And I shamefully will admit that I've gained 4 pounds over the holiday season. 4 whole pounds.
Squish, squish.
I know. And I noticed, like, my pants aren't as loose, and I got on the scale. Thanks, guys. So yes, dear, this is a delicious soup, and I've been wanting soup.
And we also sent shortbread to Ben and Sherry and Doug and Arnie. Mm-hmm. So,
Yep.
yes, you can vacuum seal it and send it bubble wrapped via FedEx,
All the
which
way
is what they
across
did.
country.
All the way to California.
So what other flavors could you add to this? Sometimes I'll add tomatoes, maybe a can of chopped fire roasted tomatoes. You could make it tomato sauce, but I wanted more of the beef than tomato. Who hasn't gained weight this season? I have, but if I've only gained 4 pounds, that's okay. Oh. Are we double fisting? I guess we're double fisting. Did you finish your? Oh. Yeah. You did. Okay.
But then I want to do a little public service announcement while I'm doing this.
Okay. What might that be? Because we didn't talk about that.
Well, we actually did, but that's okay. So first, again, thank you to everyone.
And, you know, Happy New Year. Yes.
2,200,000 views.
2.2 million. Yeah.
We couldn't do it without you. But more
Yes.
importantly, 2025 is over. Let's forget about politics. Let's forget about the world. Let's start a 2026 together, enjoying ourselves, our friends,
Yes.
and you guys.
Yes. Oop. Alcohol. Wow. I'm so ashamed of him right now. Your mother is looking up going...
I could have raised you better than that.
Yeah.
The other
I
thing
said looking
is,
up on purpose.
I really want to bring back my small channels, but I'm having a terrible time finding good small channels. The way I usually do it is we subscribe to about 200 channels, and some of them have done really, really well. And when I watch the videos, I go through the comments to see how people comment, and I will then open up their sites to see. But we're looking for a small, I define a small channel as 2,500 subscribers or less, that shows a face. We stay away from channels that are just top-down views describing, because the personality is just as important as what they're doing. As much as I say I'd like to be about food, it doesn't have to be. It could be lifestyle. It could be bakers. I've been looking at a few
Like
grilling.
Val's Lonely Kitchen.
Right.
It's all baking. I love that channel.
Yeah, exactly. Or crafts, or whatever you want. If it's important to you and you think we should feature them, please let us know. Send it to info@letscelebrate.tv. I'll put that back up when I get over there. Let me take a look, because I'd like to get back into featuring small channels again. That being said, I'm proud to say that we've featured 122 channels since we started
And
this.
a couple of them have surpassed us in subscribers.
Yeah.
Like they've started out with 1,000 subscribers. Now they're like 65,000 subscribers. Like,
yeah.
really? So dear,
Wow.
Jiminy Crickets. Now you know why I drink. Anyway, we have to start eating a proper breakfast and lunch on Sundays before we do this show, because now I'm like wanting to go on a Tasmanian devil feeding frenzy. All right, shall we wrap this up?
I think we should.
So,
Right. Janet, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Lashana, no talking. Cooking did not like it. Right.
Right. I don't... The overhead ones where they shoot down and just do it may have a great recipe, but you know what? I can get a great recipe from a lot of people. I need to see a person, because the personality and the mindset is how you create a great recipe.
Right.
Everyone can cook fried chicken. Why do we watch Julia, or why do we watch Guy Fieri, or why do we watch Ina Garten, who was doing roast chicken every Friday for 5 years?
Right.
Because the personality
Why do you watch LCTV? Hopefully because of me.
Because we're idiots
Anyway,
and you want to laugh.
there is that. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Let's do a quick recap. So, generally... Oh, all right, I guess we're not going to recap because my husband hit the wrong button. So, go ahead, dear.
All right, now we're going into 2026. Let's thank our channel members, Ben, Hank, Kevin, and M. Our pantry staples, Mark Marina, our new Spice Rack member, Janice Copperson and Velveteen Lounge, all of our Super Chat supporters, our business, and everyone here in chat today.
And our Paulie was in. All right, thank you, everyone. Happy New Year. Thank you for supporting us and joining us. See you next time.